Afternoon, Jim. Afternoon, everybody at home. I hope you're having as good a time as I am here at the biggest dog show in the world. This is the International Invitational event, and it promises to be absolutely fantastic.
Dave Jolly, our judge this afternoon. We have 20 countries represented, and first from the USA, absolute quality, Desiree Smellman with pace, 6-year-old border collie. And we're straight into the action. And as this first dog goes round, Graham, you just talk us through the course, could you?
Oh, and unfortunately they ran round the jump and picked up a refusal, so we'll pick it up from the weaves. After the weaves, they've got to do a sharp left turn over the wall, getting themselves in position. They come sharp round that jump and over the dog walk. They've got to get the white bit at the end, and unfortunately they didn't do that. And then they've got to push out round the U-canoe jump into the tunnel again. And now we come towards the seesaw. The seesaw must touch the ground before the dog gets off it. Over 19, and a great finish. Well done, Desiree.
37 seconds and the 10 faults as well for Desiree and for pace. Okay, next to go, Jenny Dam from Sweden, 3-year-old border collie, a really good sheepdog, and this one a very consistent competitor indeed, Graham.
Dog's only 3 years of age. Jenny Dam, one of the most consistent and top international handlers in the world. Always there and thereabouts. She's a fantastic dog trainer, very, very enthusiastic. Leaves nothing to chance if she can help it. Just letting the dog do the work. Oh, almost slipping over there onto the dog walk. Lovely running dog walk to push around the back of that jump.
This is excellent so far, 23 seconds and 0 faults, and this dog never gets tired. Lily from Sweden and Jenny Dam setting a good stand, and just a bit of hesitation. That's such a tricky part of the course. That's excellent. That's the one to beat so far. Just over 34 seconds and 0 faults then for Lily, Jenny and for Sweden.
Almost a faultless display, a wonderful running contact there, and again there'll be no time wasted on this seesaw. It's touched the ground and the dog's off.
Tulia Lutu from Finland with Pirtu, 5-year-old border collie, Finnish agility and jumping champion. I think you might remember this one came third with a different dog a few years back, Graham.
Just goes to show that you get experienced handlers will turn out great dogs time and time again. Yes, you need the material to work with, but these dogs are just so willing and quick to learn. No time wasted at all as she comes up and down over the A-frame, just making sure the dog gets it and looking to get into the top 16 for this evening's final. And this is going to be a really nice round, watching the clock, and she's going to be well in contention. Well done.
Absolutely. Well in contention indeed, a really high international standard we're seeing at the Finnish entry, Tulia Lutu with Pirtu. From Denmark now, Morten Huel Hansen with Spotty, 5-year-old border collie, winner of the individual national championship last year, winner of the team and national championship 2 years running in 2013 and 2014. We're seeing the pride of Denmark here then. Looking for a Great Dane, perhaps.
Not in this competition, you won't be, Jim. All the top international handlers want to compete here at the biggest dog show in the world. It really is a great honour for them to appear on this green carpet, and it just gives you a chance to see just how strong international and world agility is. He comes up towards the finish, and another great round.
Another very good round indeed, just a couple of seconds outside the quickest time so far, but a good, clean round. And the standard of the bar has been set very high already in the opening rounds of the international agility competition for large dogs. from the Isle of Man, Sarah Matanagan with Molly. Comes out of her shell doing this agility. Was originally a rescue dog. 5th and final time on the green carpet, representing the island of the Isle of Man. We'll want to finish this one with a flourish, and it's a steady rather than a sensational start for these two. Picking their way around, but it's clean and quick so far, and they're in a good combination, in good order, these two, looks to me, Graham.
And you may think the dog doesn't look that quick, but it's not all in all about out-and-out speed. It's all about tight turns, trying to make straight lines between consecutive obstacles, because the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line, and they're doing a really good job here. They're not going to be quite up there, but a really great effort there.
Yep, just under 40 seconds. Clean, not spectacularly fast, but a very, very good effort. The last appearance at Crufts for these two, for Molly and for Sarah. From Northern Ireland, Yogi, Catherine Porter, 8-year-old border collie. 3rd year representing Northern Ireland at this event, and Yogi just loves the atmosphere around this packed arena. Couldn't wait to start. That was a quick start. We're going to hear her going round through the tunnel neatly. This looks quite tidy and quite quick as well. What will happen during the weaves? Through the weaves, slipping and sliding their way through there. We'll talk about the carpet perhaps a bit later on. And there's just a few faults picked up there, and there's confusion now, Graham.
Unfortunately, the dog ran around the obstacle, picked up 5 faults for a refusal. Then Catherine had to just check the dog and make sure that it did the correct one, because she did not want to pick up an elimination, because an elimination means that you won't be a competitive part of this evening's final if they run.
Absolutely, all geared towards this evening's grand final then. And around they go, 42 and the 5 faults. Of course, we have to wait and see if that is good enough to make the final cut.
Oh, and she was lucky there. That jump stayed up. I shall never know.
Alan Short from Scotland, working sheepdog. So proud of Bruce, just a wonderful dog to live with and train. Spent 50 quid on this dog. Got to be great value for money, that one. A working sheepdog, 5 years of age. Just getting calmed down by Alan.
Every dog's worth it, Jim, no matter how much you spend on it.
Absolutely right.
You always take the best dog home with you. Alan's been in one of the competitions earlier on this week. He's done very, very well. This dog's handling the carpet quite well for a big dog. And unfortunately, as I speak, takes a brick out of the wall. So that'll be 5 faults, but it's important to keep your focus as a handler. Make sure you maintain maximum concentration, and another 5 faults still may not be the end of the world, still may get him into this top 16 that we're looking for. Oh, and that won't, unfortunately.
We have an elimination there then. Crossed arms from Dave Jolly. Started very well. Unfortunately, problems later on in that round.
Everything happens in the blink of an eye, unfortunately, and the mistakes made before you know what's happening.
Francesca Zanti from Italy. Disney, 8-year-old border collie. 3rd year at Crufts for Francesca and for Disney. Italy's agility champion. And they're off nice and tight around those early obstacles. Very good through the tunnel as well. Very tight. How about the weaves? All good and right up there with the best time so far. Little reminder at the bottom there, 35.554, the best time to beat. These are all qualifying, and there's a few faults picked up over the dog walk. Just lost the bearing slightly. Up and down over the A-frame, still just at the 5 faults. Tightly through the tunnel as well. It will be quick, I'm sure, this 33 seconds. Up and down over the slide, cross and round, and 40 seconds to finish. Just the 5 points. Just a little problem there.
And there we go, a little bit of confusion, and the dog quite clearly misses the up on the dog walk. Such a shame for Francesca.
from La France, Gregory Biel-Bidalot, with the Cayenne Sweet Pepper Border Collie, 8 years of age, and away they go. Lovely dog, this one.
Always enjoy it. In fact, a really good partnership as well. I love watching the French handle their dogs. They do it with great style and flair. And unfortunately, just picking up 5 faults for a refusal, but there's still everything to go. Look at these turns, really tight, asking the dog to come around the wing, making sure it does it. Now they've got to be there to push around the back. That's quite a difficult manoeuvre there. Oh, had a quick look at the weaving pairs there, Jim. Lots of clapping, lots of encouragement for the dog. Great seats. Oh no, didn't touch the ground.
What a shame. Picking up 10 faults, it's a good quick time. 37 seconds that, but just picking up those faults. Still could be in the shake-up tonight, though.
Could be there. And quite clearly the seesaw not touching the ground.
Watch out for this one, Sergio Sousa from Portugal. With Misty Golden Girl, second last year, the Portuguese champion, 3rd time at Crufts. Definitely one to watch in the field, this.
Another enthusiastic handler. People from Portugal and Spain always seem to be constantly moving, very energetic, trying to just get that extra bit of speed out of their dog. Sergio, very experienced handler. Oh, and just again, that's that pressure for you. 5 faults on the end of the dog walk.
End of the dog walk, causing problems then for Sergio and for Misty. Very shy dog to start with, but this agility has given the dog huge confidence. And look at that quick time, look at that quick time, very quick indeed. But just a few faults, but apart from that, that was excellent, apart from those 5 penalties, and the quickest we have seen. Big support for Hannah's Holdsworth from England with Belle, 4-year-old sheepdog. Hannah's been training, competing with this dog for the past couple of years. Very honest dog. Big year in 2014 as well for the pair. What will happen here in front of a packed house on the slippery carpet at Crufts 2015?
Great honour for Hannah to be here, and a lot of responsibility. You've got 7,000 people just about all rooting for the home competitor, although there are a lot of Scots in, as we heard earlier on.
And 1 or 2 other nations as well, but it's very good and it's quick as well. 21 seconds, 0 fault so far. Go is the instruction. Scampering through the tunnel, looking to beat that 35.5. This is good though, really good and quick. There's just 5 faults just at the end.
And an elimination, more importantly.
Oh, wow.
Popped out over the wrong jump.
That's a real shame that it was looking so good. Never over till it's over. Horrible at the end there, Graham.
Such a shame, such a shame. I think she thought she had it in the bag.
Ireland, Neil Lowndes, Roxy, 6-year-old working sheepdog, won the Irish Kennel Club Agility Dog of the Year and qualifying for Crufts to represent Ireland.
Oh, and he almost fell over there. Just running backwards is a skill that takes some time to master, especially when you're trying to keep an eye on your dog. There's so much to do when you're out there. You have to think where you're going, where you want the dog to go, what commands you're doing vocally and physically. So he's got himself together now, really good recovery. He's got to push around the back of there, change his side, does a blind turn in front of the A-frame.
This is very good, and there are no faults on the clock so far, but as we have already seen this afternoon, you've got to complete the course, and right on cue, we pick up 5 faults. Got to go all the way through to the finish. It's still a tidy round though, 41 seconds. That's just
so he just picked
faults. I should have let you carry on there.
He just picked up 5, so, oh, and there he almost went. Such a shame. And I think he was a little bit fortunate to not get docked another 5 for handling there, but there you go.
Chris Poinchester from the Channel Islands, representing the Channel Islands with Todd, 7-year-old Border Collie, the Channel Islands representative at Crufts 2015 from Jersey.
Chris been representing the Channel Islands here at the International Festival for a number of years. And another one's run round that obstacle and back onto the dog walk. So we get the what you call the dreaded crossed arms, Jim.
I promise not to say that again for the rest of the weekend, so you said it for me.
But he'll want to show you just how good he is, and unfortunately missing out another obstacle there. And the problem is, once you've had one mistake, your brain is now 5 seconds behind trying to figure out what went wrong, so you start to lose a little bit of concentration. But come on, Chris, show us how good dogs from Jersey and the Channel Islands are.
Oh, wow. Oh, well.
I've got this saying that says, when it starts to go wrong, it continues to go wrong. But the dog's having a great time, a little bit of confusion, but he'll still be taking the best dog home. Well done, Chris.
Yep, kept going through to the end. One or two misfortunes on the way for Chris Poinchester from Jersey, the Channel Islands representative, and for Todd. Lots of Dutch fans here from the Netherlands. We're looking at Martin Servas and Pem, 5-year-old Border Collie, bred in the UK, in fact, so after 5 years back to the country of birth. First time, though, competing at such a big international event, and a lot of pressure to handle here, but starting off pretty well, and one of the quickest we've seen through those weaves, and very tight into those two as well, Graham.
Just demonstrating a slightly different technique here. He's nice and calm. And again, just a little bit of confusion. The dog running past the entrance to the dog walk, picking up 5. But he's just nice and calm. He's in the zone. He's totally concentrating on what he wants the dog to do. And the dog's got to see someone in the crowd, I think. Really unusual, that.
Just had a little walkabout in Pem, the Dutch Masters champion last year. So that'll be 5 faults and just under 43 seconds. 42.9 the time for Martin and Pem and the Netherlands.
And there's the fault just on the end of the dog walk. And I think he thought that was a tunnel, if I'm honest with you.
From Norway, Thomas Teason with Kick, 6.5-year-old Border Collie. He was here a few years back, I believe, wasn't he? And returning this year.
Yes, he's been here before. Had such a great time. And just another one of our top international handlers.
But Thomas Kick is the third once-in-a-lifetime dog. The Norwegian representative in the main arena.
Now you've just got to watch your dog, make sure he picks up that jump. There's been a few had a problems on that one. Nice and steady through the weaving poles, over the wall, tight round there onto the dog walk. We have these white bits on the end of these contact area, on the contact equipment for safety, to make sure the dogs don't jump off.
This is good. This is good for Thomas, for Kick, and for Norway. No faults, well up with a clock as well. This is an excellent entry from Norway. It really is good. It's just a few seconds over, but I get the feeling we'll be seeing them again. Thomas Teason and Kick.
I think we will. Really great, nice tight turn there. And they're blind as they approach the other side of that wall because they can't see what's coming after it. So the seesaw, nice and steady, touching the ground quite clearly. Great shot.
From Wales.
Stuart Harms from Wales with Tog, 8 years of age, Darley Paul's Tog. Stuart's fourth dog. Didn't have such a good jumping round this morning, but he's anxious just to show you how good these Welsh dogs are. Very proud to representing Wales here. Just one more to go. Well done to Stuart, 41.107.
First time here as well for Todd. From Spain, then Julio Frier with Chica, 5-year-old border collie, second time at Crufts. Julio been doing ability for 20 years, competed at the European Open last year. Chica, 5-year-old border collie bitch, representing España and starting well. Little hush around the arena, just picking up points there, missing that one. It's a tough course, really just a little mistake, and that's why the 5 is on the left-hand side of the screen. Up and down over the A-frame, that's okay. So is that tunnel, good. Looking to finish well, because this could well put them in tonight's shake-up.
Waiting for the dog to come round before it gets to the last jump. A really good round, good time, 39.811. Just picking up the one fault across there, and you'll see the handler shifting to the left, and he took the dog around with him, which is such a shame.
From Luxembourg, Francois Munot and Gwen, 3-year-old border collie, the national champion of Luxembourg 2014, is in action. Very, very quick and lively start as well. Weaves successfully negotiated well up with the clock, but that will be a disqualification.
Pulled the dog around the jump after the weaving poles, and before he could correct it, the dog was over the wall, so that's taking the obstacles out of order, which is unfortunately an elimination, the end of his chances, unfortunately.
Francois Munot and Gwen eliminated, but carrying on. A real shame that, because they looked in flying form until that elimination, and that's the finish, and that is the end for Francois, for Luxembourg and for Gwen.
Still having a great time though, and that's what I always say about this sport. Nobody's told the dog it's been eliminated. This is Helena Poplayova.
Indeed it is. Winner here in 2012 from Slovakia with Zippy. Great pedigree for this dog as well. Could well be a partnership to watch. Hesitation, 5 points. A little bit unsure finally. Oh, with 5 more points, oh dear. The weave's causing all sorts of problems right at the start.
So that was 2 refusals on the entry to the weaving poles. If they get 1 more anywhere on the course, she'll be eliminated, so she'll be really anxious, and she'll be playing it just that little bit safer to try and get the dog round without any further faults. But again, 5 faults on the A-frame there. Just needs to get round without being eliminated if she can. Always provides great dogs, great round. Well done, Helena. Helena from Slovakia.
Winner in 2012, but making a couple of big errors in 2015, Helena and Zippy. From Belgium, Sally Andrews with Jumper, 4-year-old border collie. Second year, the best dog in Belgium. Second time at Crufts. Last, he had a terrific run, but had a fault at the last gasp obstacle on the last course. Hoping to go right the way through and complete the job this time round. Last dog on the course, Graham.
Really great dog, very enthusiastic there. She does tend to get quite close to it on occasions, but communication seems to be going really well. Look at the speed on that dog walk, no time wasted there at all.
This looks really special at the moment. No points, the time to beat is 34 seconds. It's going to be very, very close if there's a big finish here. It really is going to be a close one. 30, just out, 35.1, just outside. But a fine, fine performance, and laying down a big marker for later on tonight, Graham.
And just lost a bit of time, and see this wide turn, the dog just couldn't get a grip, come back in, and that's where she lost it.
thrilling international competition then. Jenny Dam, the quickest from Sweden, with Lily, a great sheepdog, 34.5 and 0 points. And then Sally Andrews, who we have just seen, running up very close. This the result then from the Agility Invitational for large dogs, ticking the way all the way through. Was a hard course, lots of little errors out there, lots of nerves. And now we can have for the final that we're all looking forward to later on today here at Crufts. They've been queuing into the arena to see this, and they'll be queuing again this evening. There we are, there are the qualifiers for the final, and that will be some competition later on tonight.
And then we have a very happy winner, Jenny Dam. She's used to the big occasion, but she never fails to give her a tremendous thrill and a buzz. And making the presentation is Mr. Chris Cole, owner managing director of Doggy Solutions, who sponsor this event, and been escorted by Mr. Simon Luxmore from the Kennel Club General Committee. Mr. Luxmore presenting to our second place, Sally Andrews from Belgium, who had an absolutely fantastic run, and it promises to be a really exciting final later on this evening.